In a stunning revelation that has sent shockwaves through South Africa's political and social spheres, an extraordinary breakthrough in the investigation surrounding the late Nathi Mthethwa has emerged. Known for his intricate network of influence and controversial dealings, Mthethwa's death had left the nation grappling with unanswered questions, rumors, and conspiracies. Tonight, however, a breakthrough has finally lifted the veil of secrecy, as Mkhwanazi, the relentless investigator whose tenacity has become the stuff of legend, forced a key figure, reputedly the individual directly responsible for Mthethwa's death, to divulge hidden truths about the late official's dealings, alliances, and long-buried secrets. The events unfolded over several tense hours in a secure and undisclosed location, where Mkhwanazi confronted the suspect. Sources close to the investigation described the atmosphere as charged, with the killer initially attempting to evade questions, employing silence, obfuscation, and intimidation tactics. Yet, Mkhwanazi, known for a meticulous approach and psychological insight, systematically dismantled the suspect's defenses. By leveraging documented evidence, testimonies, and a sharp understanding of the suspect's movements in the weeks leading up to Mthethwa's death, Mkhwanazi was able to corner the individual into revealing information that has not been previously accessible to authorities, journalists, or the public. Among the bombshells revealed, the suspect outlined the intricate layers of Mthethwa's network, exposing a web of political alliances and personal relationships that had long been speculated about but never confirmed. These disclosures reportedly include previously undisclosed communications, clandestine meetings with high-ranking officials, and financial arrangements that hint at a more complex and shadowed influence than anyone had imagined. Analysts suggest that these revelations could potentially reframe our understanding of the late official's tenure, shedding light on decisions that, until now, were viewed as unconnected or enigmatic. Beyond political implications, the confessions also touch on personal dimensions of Mthethwa's life. The suspect spoke of private dealings, conflicts with insiders, and pressures that the public and media had largely overlooked. These details are expected to fuel further investigation, potentially implicating individuals across political, business, and social spheres. Sources suggest that the information obtained could lead to new charges or inquiries, igniting legal and political upheaval at multiple levels. Public reaction to this revelation has been immediate and intense. Social media platforms erupted with debates, theories, and speculation as citizens attempted to pass the complex narrative that has now come to light. Experts in law enforcement and political analysis have praised Mkhwanazi's persistence, noting that extracting such detailed admissions from a suspect of this magnitude requires not only procedural expertise but also a deep understanding of human psychology and negotiation tactics. Meanwhile, opposition figures and watchdog organizations have seized on the disclosure to call for transparency, accountability, and immediate action against those implicated. They argue that Mthethwa's death, long shrouded in mystery, now demands a full, independent inquiry to uncover the full scope of the late official's influence and the circumstances leading to his demise. As investigations continue, it is clear that Mkhwanazi's efforts mark a pivotal moment in South African history. The confessions obtained are expected to open a series of new investigative pathways, potentially leading to arrests, prosecutions, and revelations that could redefine political narratives for years to come. For the nation, the forced disclosure is not merely a breakthrough in a high-profile case but a reminder of the intricate interplay of power, secrecy, and accountability that shapes the corridors of influence in South Africa. This is more than a story of crime and investigation, it is a narrative of courage, tenacity, and the unyielding pursuit of truth in the face of fear and deception. As the nation digests these revelations, one thing is certain, the shadow of Nathi Mthethwa's secrets has been lifted, and the consequences of this exposure are only beginning to unfold.